Let's go. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. Shout out to all the people who support me showing up today. You guys are amazing. Let's hop right in. You know what channel it is. We can skip that last little part of the intro. So, how's everybody feeling about crypto today? Before we even do our crypto bubbles, 91,260. Everybody enjoyed the bull run, right? Because it's over? I don't know. I doubt that. But a little bit of pullback. Now, does anybody remember a day, 2 days ago, where I was talking about how the moving averages were really far apart, that we've had a continuous pump for a while, and we kind of needed it to cool off? Well, let's see. Crypto bubbles 1 through 100 by market cap. MYX up 7.8% amid all of this calamity, this negative price action for the altcoins. Calamity is a strong word, right? I don't know about that. Says I got Zebekin on the screen, BTC on the other. He's loaded up. So Pump.Fun, Flare, Pangu, IP, some of the top, losers, but small percentages, 6%, 6%, 8% being the biggest there. Canton Network with a small. So I'm not seeing anything. I was really messing around earlier. Obviously, there's nothing really catastrophic going on here. It's just normal pullback behavior. AMP up 11.1%. I haven't heard that in a while. Quantum resistant ledger 9.7% pump today. XCN 11%. So the pumps are small for the coins that are pumping. Golem, that's an old one right there. River down 15.8%. Pippin down 12.7%. And Jasmy, looks like Jasmy's kind of giving it all back. Still up 22% on the month. I guess I'll take it. Let's drop down another 100 and see what is going on here. Elf. Oh, Elf with an A. It is jumped from 9 cents to 15 cents, up 58.7%. Nice. I don't know what it is, but it's moving. White Whale getting another move today, 16%. AI Companion up 18.1%. And Shuffle has an 8.8% here. Breeve is catching a reprieve, right? A little bit of a break, 8.7%. And what is mostly down here? Useless, Velo, Braum, Rect, Kite. I don't know. It seems to me like, yes, there's some things that are down. There are some pumps. It seems like normal, small pullback behavior. But we're going to keep an eye on it day to day. Today, we are going to be talking about RWAs and the narrative around RWAs. So for our deep dive IQ raising event that we've been having every day on the stream, the series, if you will, we have basically started with, why certain narratives stick around. Then we really dug into not just XRP and what it does, but XRP as a narrative and why the narrative around XRP is so strong. Now we're going to do the same thing for RWAs. Anyways, let's do our price rundown. Bitcoin, 91,300. It's lost $300 since we looked at it just a couple of minutes ago. On the last 7 days, it's only up 4.3%. I think we were up 7% at one point. So we've given quite a bit of that back. Ethereum, $3,172. Again, BTC above 90, Ethereum above 3,000. I'm feeling okay as long as we can kind of keep those psychological local levels. 6.9% on Ethereum for the last 7 days. XRP, $2.18, up 18.5%. I'm trying to remember what it was up yesterday, like 20, 22%, something like that. BNB dropped under $900, $899.50. Solana, $136, up basically 10% in the last 7 days. Dogecoin still hanging around that same area of 14, high 14 cents. It is held on really well. While a lot of these charts are more look like falling wedges, it looks more like sideways action. And it is up 25.5%. Cardano, 40 cents, still up 20 cents on the 7 day. Get through some of these wrapped assets and stable coins. Monero. Oh, wow. Monero flipped Zcash. How about that? $432 for Monero. And Zcash coming in at 478. Zcash having a 6.1% pullback in the last 7 days. Said I missed that pump. I was pumping at the gym. Oh, all right, man. Hamps, you got to go to the gym sometimes. You're going to miss some things. It happens to me all the time. XLM is 16.3%. SWE, $1.83, still up 30%. So some things are kind of holding their gains and not so down. So it seems like everything had this big pump, and it's rather in a downtrend or like a sharper falling wedge kind of thing, or it's more moving sideways, right? And HBAR at 12 cents, Canton Network at 14 cents, World Liberty Finance at 17 cents, up 20%. And let's see, did Flare hold on? Flare did fall out of the top 100, but how far? Down to 105. It's been bouncing between 105 and 100. I think I'm going to have the first Flare video that me and Blues Guy did together out tomorrow. And let's go take a look at what's trending, because I know everybody wants to know what's trending right now. First and foremost, the Fear and Greed Index. Man, it had a really nice spike. Yesterday it was 42. The day before that it was 44. And now we're back to 28. Now we're kind of back down to where we kind of started from there. So where are we going from here? Is this going to turn around? These are all the questions that everybody pretty much wants to know. So let's hop over and take a look at how we bounced off of that 200-day moving average on the hour. This is weeks. There's a link in the description. If you want to use weeks and you want to use my link, it would be greatly appreciated. There's a demo account feature over here. We did get stopped out. I lost a big chunk of the account. It's a demo account that I'm trying to get lower, so when we trade it's actually more reasonable. So I honestly wish there was less in it, but either way, I would not have traded 200,000 at 80x leverage if this was a real account. Deep pumped a little. I'm still in deep. I love deep book. All right, so you can see here that we kind of bounced off of the 200, and you got to wonder what's going to happen, really. Let's see. I love how they make me click the lines like so many times before anything happens, and now the entire thing froze. You got to love that. This kind of looks like a continuation pattern in my very unprofessional opinion, I guess. All right, you see that? Looks like there's a chance we might go down lower under the 200, but in all honesty, I have a little bit more faith in this 200 day moving average on the 1 hour because it's a big time frame. So if we're more bullish, we should stay above that 200. So for all those people out there who are doing all kinds of different trades and different things, I would certainly keep an eye on that 200 on the 1 hour. Now let's take a look at what is trending over on CoinGecko. All right, so Canton Network is trending, Bitcoin's trending, Brevis, SWE, World Liberty Finance, Monad, the white whale, I'm sure because it had a nice pump today. ZK Pass, we've talked about that many times. Ethereum, Athena, Virtual, Pepe, BitTensor, Pi Network, and Onyx Coin. We've talked all about a lot of these projects recently. Some of the newer ones on the radar, I guess, is Brevis, but you can always see the little 7-day chart over here, and that can be a quick way to look and get a quick idea of what it's been doing. And I would say your stronger coins right now are coins that have more of a sideways action look to them and less of a falling wedge or, bullish flag, I guess, whatever you want to call it. I don't really see anything really all that amazing to go over here, so we're going to go over to Crypto Rank. Again, apologize to everybody for having to push the stream back like a half hour. Blum, 28.5%. We've been watching this thing. Can't remember. Yeah, it's had its token generation event. Pod is still waiting on that token generation. Belladex, we've been over many times on the channel, but not lately. And you see a lot of Algorand, Bonk, Virtuals, USDC, First Digital, Quant, Ondo, Chronos, Bitcoin Cash, Vcash, or VChain, sorry. Put cash after everything. A wrapped BTC, Pancake Swap, Sky, World Liberty Finance. Not a whole lot of new things there really worth going over. It's one of those rare days where we so far don't have a lot of things that we really need to make sure we go over so far. Bitcoin, Brevis, which we've talked about a few times. I will touch on Brevis. ZenChain, I haven't heard that in a while. Zama, your homomorphic encryption. I bought some Flare today, spot. Should have waited. Yeah. Maybe you thought we had bottomed. I don't know. So we have JGGL, which is like an AI social media play. Ranger, that's new. I don't know that one. River, we talked about a lot. Canton Network, AIAV. Deepinism is one that we've talked about quite a bit. So let's start with Brevis for a half second here. We've gone over it several times, so we're not going to spend a ton of time on Brevis, but it's at 42 cents. Brevis is a zero-knowledge compressor for computation network designed to improve blockchain scalability using ZK proofs. And they have more than a decent amount of followers over on Twitter, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, 463,000. The infinite compute, if you will, computation, the infinite computation layer for Web3 and everything ZK powered, real adoption. They have 157,000 impressions on their pin post from January 6th. That was yesterday. The attention on this coin is actually really good. This is probably one that's worth looking at and maybe even doing a little TA on. And if we'll move on from there. I don't really want to go over their website. We could do some TA actually just straight from this, right? So hasn't been out very long. It's been out since the 6th of January. That would be yesterday. So what time frame do they have us on? The 1 hour. That makes sense. I think you might need Bitcoin to play ball a little bit here before you're going to get anything significant out of it. But if I were to try to find a measured move to the upside for this thing, looks like you'd be looking at something like 67 cents. If I was going to trade anything, this would be something I would definitely consider. I knew that sneeze was coming. I knew it. All right. So let's see what's going on in this chat. Oh, just Camsta, Melissa talking. You'd have to a while. It's cheap. I plan to get some Monad next. Yeah, for sure. My idea is to win my spot bags and leverage trades. There you go. And again, 100 million in market cap. It's only been as high as 140 million. The very little bit of price that we have gives us this measured move to about 67. So as long as BTC doesn't take a huge tank, I think you could probably get that move. Too bad on our demo account, we can really only trade, BTC and Ethereum? I don't know why they make you so limited on that demo account. Shout out to Weeks, though. I love Weeks for a lot of other reasons. If you like the way that MEXC gets a lot of coins earlier than most exchanges, but you're not able to use MEXC, or you're just worried about VPN, or maybe you want to split your money up a little bit, it's a good strategy so you don't have it all in one place if you get locked out, like unfortunately Bankroll had to go through. So yeah, basically it can help to have more than one exchange that you're holding things on, and Week seems to be really good about KYC stuff like that. Let's talk about Ranger, because I don't think I have any idea what Ranger is. Ranger Finance is a decentralized exchange platform designed to connect different trading markets into a single entity, and the question becomes, it's kind of like layer 2s in a big way. How many decentralized exchanges do we really need? That's the question. Do we need like 35 decentralized exchanges? And you could say, well, some of them will be for certain networks, but a lot of them are touting interoperability across all different, networks. So then you don't really need so many at that point. DeFi's command center. That's what they want to be. 32.9 thousand followers. Their community is very small. Their core members, it's 290. What do we got? A pinned post from November 18th. That was a while ago. It does have 227,000 followers in it, so that's, or impressions. Sorry, guys, misspeak. 227,000 impressions on the pin post from November 18th. That's far more than they have followers, but if we look at a lot of the other posts, wow, what is this one? Ranger ICO now live. That's usually a pretty big post for a project. Got 57,000. 36. Okay. So, let's see. Look at this. So they did a AMA and got 87,000. All right. So they have the ability to get a decent amount in a ratio to how many followers they have. But let's go look at the website. Can I use the decentralized exchange? That's the number one thing I want to know. And then I want to know what kind of pairs we're talking about, right? Not interested in signing up at this moment. Okay, I like when I can scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. This looks pretty good, guys. Wow, they have a lot of stuff. I didn't take the second to read all of it, but I saw a lot of things that I would be used to seeing. And that was just perps. They got stuff on spot. And you can scroll for a good bit. Oh, they have AI16Z. They should change that to Eliza OS. They have X stocks, Tesla, pre-stocks, SpaceX. That's interesting to me because there is no SpaceX stock, right, that I know of. Not officially, right? It's still a private company. One thing on Bunk.fi. Okay, so they have a really good range here. So I'm not mad at that. Ranger actually has a really good range of products. Now, it's probably not easy to find what they charge. Usually the fees for transactions, for trades if you will, are usually pretty well hidden. They don't put that stuff right up front. I did wake up with a slightly sore throat this morning, so if I sound a little off, that's probably why. Hello Grandma, thank you for being here. Said that's cheaper, but not as cheap as I'm getting now. Plus, I'm staking and farming too. Nice. Deepinism is the last one I'm kind of gonna pick on here. Deepinism is a decentralized communication and data infrastructure project that utilizes the eSIM technology. Right. So this one was really interesting. I was thinking Camsta in Canada should probably use this for his internet because then maybe he wouldn't get all laggy when we're playing Panzer Dogs. All jokes aside though, because sometimes I get really laggy on that game too. Anyways, this thing, 8 million in market cap, 18 million all-time high market cap. If we move over to their Twitter, let's look at their attention. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. Plus, then you would be taking my word for it. I'd rather show you. 63.4 thousand followers. 15,000 impressions. Pin post from January 5th. That was 2 days ago. It's not horrible. Sometimes when I look at projects like this, I very much do think I want to see it kind of stand the test of time for a little bit before I would get involved with it. Does that mean that I kind of miss some of the best opportunities? Maybe. Sometimes. But I also miss all of the failed projects that I didn't have to get into. The world's first SIM that pays you joined millions of devices, turning data into real rewards. Deepinism transform your phone into an earning engine, mine, own, and trade connectivity. I think Twitter has a coin coming out. Yeah, Melissa, I saw that you posted that, and I wonder about it. You know who we could probably ask about that real quick? Let's ask ChatGPT. Because the scammers have scammed. It's like, what are the big coins that they always scam about? It was Tesla coin, having a crypto coin for Tesla. That's one they always hammer on. Twitter, of course, is one that they always make up. So I don't know. I'm a little weary of it, but at some point it could definitely happen. Is Twitter or X creating a cryptocurrency coin? Is this real news? Not fake news. That's true. Let's see. The real situation around the idea Twitter, now X, is creating its own cryptocurrency. X has not officially launched a cryptocurrency or... Yeah, okay, making sure I'm reading that right. Has not launched a cryptocurrency token or coin of its own. I don't know why I said that so weird. Elon Musk has even said publicly, said X will never launch its own token, crypto token, when rumors calculated. There's no official. So scammers and misleading ads have been circulating online promoting fake X token. Yeah, they've been doing that for a really long time. Now, keep in mind, sometimes ChatGPT is not up to par. Like, sometimes it's not. Sometimes there's things that are really new and relevant, and it really just doesn't have good oracles, I guess you would say. It just hasn't got the information. So as of right now, I would probably be willing to bet that there is no X token coming out. Dang, I made some tea to help with my sore throat, and it is stupid hot, even when I added water to it. All right, let's get back to where we were. This is Deepinism. It is an eSIM. Turn your phone into earning engine, mine, own, trade connectivity. If anybody actually thinks this sounds cool, try it out. Let us know in the community how it's going. By the way, we have a Discord, and I'm realizing I didn't put the link in the chat. Let's fix that real quick. I bet Melissa has probably already said it, and I could just pin it from her. Actually, that one guy is the first one I see. I'm sure Melissa has. So the link to our free Discord is in the chat. Check it out. Hang out with us. I've noticed quite a few people joining our Discord lately. I always get slightly nervous when new people join the Discord because I'm always like, I hope they're not a scammer, and I hope that they actually talk and interact with everybody and don't just lurk in the background. But I guess if they were a scammer, they wouldn't be lurking in the background now, would they? All right, let's go to our top gainers, top losers of the day. But before we dive into that, and I'm really interested what this ELF token is, let's just introduce the topic of the day. So, again, the whole point of this series is about narratives and why certain narratives are not going anywhere. We started off with just a basic of why narratives don't go anywhere in crypto, and they continue cycle after cycle, and the projects wrapped around those to solve the big problems stay relevant over multiple cycles. It's because the problem they set out to solve is still a big problem. Then we talked about XRP yesterday and how its goal is to solve the financial cross-border payments. That problem still exists. It's still a huge problem, and so it's still out there. So now that moves us into RWAs. What problem are RWAs in response to? So the problem RWAs are responding to: traditional finance runs on slow settlements, fragmented ledgers, limited transparency, and restricted access. Crypto introduces new rails, but most real-world value still remains off-chain. RWAs exist to bridge that gap. So that's what they're really for. Look at that. Blues guy, my man. Thank you so much. It says, in the house, blessings and gratitude. A shout out to everyone on the live. Underground, thank you for showing up and bringing knowledge. Much love. Yeah, today was a rough one for me as far as getting to the stream. For a half a second, I thought I might have to cancel it, but that would mess up our series. I've already got things planned out and scheduled. Can't let that happen. But thank you very much for saying that, Blues Guy. You're awesome. Thank you for the super chat. It means a lot to me. Again, RWAs. What are they responding to? Traditional finance is running on these old Swift, style things, and although crypto is here, it's not trusted enough for the amount of value that we would normally have come on chain. And I think we're starting to see that shift. But will it be this year, 3 years from now, where most of it really comes on and they trust it? I'm not sure. So what real world assets actually mean? Again, forgive me, my throat is really sore. RWAs refer to government bonds. So these are things that would be turned into digital versions of real world assets. Government bonds, treasuries, credit instruments, commodities, and funds. Also, there's a lot of small things that could be on. It's what's called ARTFi, where like precious art, expensive watches, even, houses. This is not under ARTFi, but RWAs can also be houses and expensive cars, stuff like that. When tokenized, these assets settle fast, become programmable, gain transparency, and reduce intermediaries. And I was just introducing the topic. We will come back to that in just a minute. Let's take a look at our top gainers, top losers of the day. Lease, like and subscribe, share the video. Crypto is picking up underground, bringing the sauce to your doorsteps. Absolutely. It's not DoorDash, this is Crypto Dash. So I'm willing to message everyone who joins and see how they found us and such, and try to keep it clean. Hey, bankroll, you're on to it. That's a great idea, actually. Please do that. And just let me know if you need anything from me, like permissions or anything like that. We need to protect our core members, and we absolutely will. We will do our best to do that. I've been kicking all the scammers out that I can find. All right, so let's talk about. Oh wait, let's refresh that actually, because it wasn't the #1 gainer of the day anymore. There we go. Zcast done passed all the other ones. Look at that. Guns up 37%. Ah, man, that was one that I really wanted to get into. It's probably not too late to get into it. All right. There's a potential that that Blues guy, his son, might do a stream where he streams us the off the grid game and plays some rounds for us, so we can really see how much integration there is with guns in the on your PlayStation version of the game. Let's talk about ZK Pass. That's zero knowledge if you don't know how to pump today. We need to protect our core members. Yep, there is more in there, I can tell. Yeah, I'm sure there is. They're just lurking and they haven't showed themselves yet. That one guy, if any of them ever, yeah, don't click any links from anybody who you don't already know on the regular, right? And there's ways you can go just to your internet browser and try to find it and not click their link. So yeah, they can drain your whole life in one click. I've seen it. Yes, they absolutely can. So to all of my people out there, be extremely careful. And anyways, let me know if you need any permissions or anything from me. Okay, Mel making bank on guns. Oh, I didn't know you bought some of that. So many vultures in crypto. Absolutely. There's scammers everywhere, though. It ain't just crypto. Everybody always wants to talk about, oh, there's so many scammers in crypto. Yeah, because it's a new emerging thing with a lot of attention around it. But scammers show up anywhere where there's a lot of attention. It's not a crypto thing. 36.5 million in market cap for the ZK Pass, chilling at 18 cents, up 28% on the max chart. Max chart says it's been around since the 19th of December 2025, around 14 cents when it came out. A billion tokens, circulating supply only 201 million. No outstanding supply. Ethereum contract, BNB smart contract. Let's check them out over on Twitter. 353.5 thousand followers with almost 2,000 posts. December 19th, they posted this video, pinned it to their Twitter, and it has 95,000 impressions. Building the verifiable internet with ZKTLS, where Web2 private data becomes verifiable and portable, governed by ZK Pass DAO. It's really all I need from that. Let's go look at the website. There is people who, instead of learning to trade, they learn to hack. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's got a strategy, right? Deep pump canceled. LOL giving it all back. Yeah, continuing to bleed. That's what's going on right now. A little mini season. Yeah, I hate it when these coins do that. Welcome to the verifiable internet. It says ZKP is live. Protocol for private data. Verify real-world private data without revealing your private data. Private details. So ZK proof of everything. Pass to anywhere. And you know, ZK proof, or it's just zero knowledge technology, because it's not always in a proof. It can be in roll-ups and other things. Very powerful, cutting edge, you know, technology for blockchain right now. We could launch the portal and kind of take a look at what they got going on. Verifiable reputation, score VRS. Verify your internet footprint privately and credibly with ZKTLS technology. Every proof you connect enhances your reputation score, improving your allocation priority in the coming Cato Launchpad. The more verifiable your identity, the stronger your position in the ecosystem. So I guess the more you contribute, the more they're going to give you. Join now. What is that going to do? I guess we have to connect something. I don't like connecting to every website. This leaderboard's really interesting, though. I've looked at this before, by the way, guys. Maybe some of you guys recognize it. So proof of attention, proof of humanity, proof of skills, proof of solvents, proof of society, proof of creation, and you have a score. This crypto lord, he's got one heck of a score. Is he a bot? Is he a real person? I don't know, but he's crushing it. That's for sure. It's very interesting, but I can't say I know enough about it as far as how it actually works and what all those different proof metrics are based off of. Scammers will show up even more when you give them attention. Exactly. Sucks because you just have a few days left before you have to close it. Yeah, that one guy, bankroll. That this is a bad time for this, I guess you could say. Yep, only down 3%, pretty good. JK, I plan to get more. I buy every chance I get. I really like their farming and staking. Yeah, I can't wait to buy some more Flare. I will do that probably in the next couple of days. But I'm a little annoyed that I missed guns. It just has like a 37% pump. I don't know what it's up on like the month. So, ELF. Or it has the A, so ELF. I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but it's fun to try. It is down 94.6%. I feel like I've heard of this project. Oh, it's from 2018. Yeah, I've definitely heard of this project before. But you never know when it's a copycat or just a similar name, but the project is completely different. 113.4 million in market cap, $1 billion in max supply, circulating supply 816 million, so it's almost vested. Looks like a little less than 200 million tokens to come out. Must be its own layer 1. It has some weird contracts. It has an ELF contract and a sidechain contract, but an Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain as well. Tags say smart contract, layer 1, also infrastructure. They've been around since 2018, so come on, at least 500,000 followers? No, 261,000 followers. An AI enhanced layer 1 blockchain built for scale and open. DeSci. Okay, so this does have a DeSci narrative. Let's see what the pin post is about. Let's see when it's from. From November 5th. That was a really long time ago for crypto. From DeFi to DeSci is evolving, so they're switching narratives. What were we talking about a lot? Coins that switch narratives and jump to the next thing. Now, to move from one narrative or incorporate, because technically DeSci is inside DeFi, and they're a layer 1. So they have a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to incorporating different stuff. Maybe this makes a lot of sense for them. I don't know. the structural layer for decentralized science. I do think that DeSci is going to have its day in the sun. If we turn around and get to pumping again, and this was just a little bit of a cool off, and we still kind of have a bit of a bull run here for the beginning of 2026, maybe the year of 2026. Regardless, DeSci I think will pump. I don't know if it's going to take this coin with it. I get a little nervous when the coins are from like 2018. Why did Blues Guy say Flare sucks? It's very random. 15 hours to close it. I should have maybe sold it on the 6th. Greed got a bit. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Anyways, let's go take a look at their website and see what they have to say for themselves at elf.com. Experience AI plus the blockchain of tomorrow. So we converge AI and blockchain to power the future of Web3. Let's see if they have anything to say about DeSci originally on their platform here, because I bet you, since this is old, they've had this website for a really long time, and they probably haven't updated it much in a long time. Elevate your blockchain experience with Elf's AI enhanced platform. We create simple, scalable, and secure environments for developers and users alike. I wish I could get excited about something like this, but being from 2018 and not really having any real major pumps or attention, I've never heard it, you don't see it trending much, really makes me wonder. I don't see any crazy miraculous news that's come out around it. I don't see anything like that. We simplify building on Web3. I'm not going to waste any more time on this. I just really get the feeling that this is a dead coin that got a little bit of pump because it probably didn't have much volume. Today it has some volume, right? But what was its volume yesterday? I wish they'd do a volume chart where I could go. I get, is market cap? Well, market cap's not exactly volume. Man, I really wish they had a volume chart. You could switch this thing into candles. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm not going to spend any more time on that. Deep seems to have a new bottom. I'd love to add to my deep bags. All right, I keep clicking back and it's not doing anything. So I guess we got to go all the way back around, go to top gainers. Let's talk about guns. Not actual guns, but the crypto project guns. Max chart says 72.1%. It's at about 2 pennies. Max chart is obviously down 72%, but let's take a look at the month. Dang. What is the all-time high for this? 11 cents. Okay, so we did have this pump. I remember it was trending a little while ago. Come on now, let me get the top here. So about 2.5 cents exactly. A local top within this month. Going to 3 months. Looks like 3 months ago it was a little higher. Go to the year. Pretty much the same thing. Max chart. Looks exactly the same. And it came out March 30th, 2025. And its top was around 11 cents, it says, but I don't see that really recorded here. It says the top was 7 cents. Right here, all-time high, 11 cents, and that was 9 months ago. That doesn't really math out, right? Because this is the max chart. Here's the year chart, so that would be 12 months, and you should easily be able to go. It's obviously whatever spike, it's not there. But anyways, guns is really interesting of a project. Avalanche and Solana. I like that they have a Solana because Avalanche by itself probably wouldn't be that good. Guns is now live on OpenSea. Play for fun, play to own. Get in-game items while playing Battle Royale 2.0 off the grid. So Guns is a platform, right? And this off the grid is one of the first projects that really are incorporating this platform. So this is kind of fun. So we hop over and we know Guns is about 2 cents, right? So here's stuff that you can buy. Let's go high to low. 1 billion gun. What even would be 1 billion guns? 10 million guns. That's just off the handle, right? Maybe this is ultra rare. All-star tank top. That doesn't seem like it's worth a billion. Some people out there probably just hoping and wishing to get that, right? All right. Let's go with most rare. Let's see. Is there some cool stuff here? Chin strap beard. That's an NFT. A lot of these just say make offer. These are rare. Usually rare stuff's got like a holographic background, or they're like very clearly like golden or something like that. I don't know. I've been really wanting to check out their marketplace here. The floor price is 24 guns. That makes sense when we go low to high. And you have some different, things you would obviously be using. These arms are really cool. The way that, in a lot of these games, all you have is the weapons, the armor, maybe some grenades and stuff like that. But in this, your limbs, right? Extremities, that's the word I'm looking for. All of those are different weapons as well, and you can kind of customize them. Gives it a little bit more intricacy to the game. So that's cool. 24 guns, tokens is not a lot. It's not a lot. Where did I have their website up? Okay. There's probably a lot that we could do on this. We could probably spend a long time on this thing. So what is guns? In current free-to-play games, you don't truly own items. You purchase or loot. So items you purchase or loot. If you accidentally get banned or you simply stop playing, that item loses all of its value. Guns is here to reinvent that system. You can now own and trade the items you loot if you want to. Guns is the first ever platform, right? Not game, but platform in a AAA game that gives you the option to turn items into tradable NFTs inside the game's marketplace or elsewhere. So if this goes over well, maybe we'll see a lot of other games come on to here, right? That would be a lot of fun. Let's see. I was hoping maybe they would tell us about other games that maybe they're trying to bring on. Currency, features, media. Doesn't look like that. Develop, earn. Oh, wow. They even have validators, huh? I wonder what you need to become a validator. And software nodes that mint in-game items and off the grid. Yep. That would be interesting to dig into. I'd love to have a validator for this. That'd be a good way to get some dough. Validator NFTs produce 2 types of reward. So they're talking about a validator NFT. That doesn't sound like a real validator. When they decode the hex, a validator NFT is chosen to process it. The players pay gun fees, which goes to the validator NFT owner, and a new in-game item is minted. Some of the guns tokens are also burnt during decoding. Where the heck do you get one of those? Oh, that's not a link. Now they've piqued my interest. I'm like, where can I get a validator NFT? The hacker oh, because you're hacking this hex. Not available in my region. Go figure. Go figure. All right. Well, I'm going to move on from this. That sucks. I was really interested in those validator NFTs. What's our top loser of the day? That's what I'm wondering. Why? Only when I'm live, I can click back 100 times, and it won't freaking go back. It only goes forward. It's just like me. I never go backwards. Always go forward. So we saw CZ's dog and Sosana pumping a lot. We determined that Sosana sounded like junk. And Bankroll, our resident meme coin specialist here, said that it looked like it was a lot of bots and things like that, right? All right, guns looks cool. 1 million guns is about 21,000. Woo, expensive gun. Hold up, we might need to play this. What is it? Is it the game? I'm telling you, Blue Sky's son said that he would be willing to stream it for us, with us, however that goes. The Blue Sky Habs are winning. Sent a couple. Yeah, you're right. BTC is top loser of the day, in my opinion. You're hilarious. No, there are some that are far more down than BTC. Tron Bank. I've never been a big fan of Tron or its ecosystem, but I haven't deep dive a lot of Tron or its ecosystem. So that's one thing that I have to say. PAL AI. Boy, do I have a tiny amount of this somewhere. Oh, they migrated from an old contract to a new one. I don't know how that affects me and my token. 27.5 million in market cap. That makes me want to go look at their Twitter. So we're thrilled to announce PAL Large Language Model 1.0 is now live for PAL Pro users. Why would you want to be a PAL Pro user? ChatPal.ai. Okay. Unlimited daily usage, advanced wallet investigation tools, real-time token analysis, smart contract auditor, unlimited text to swap, text to bridge, now in beta. Text to swap. What the heck is text to swap? I mean, I can infer based off of what it says, what it does, but that's really weird. QuantX is now live, no subscription required. So they've been building, I guess. That was January 6th. Pin post is from December 3rd, has 26,000 impressions out of 98,000 followers. Is okay. Neural AI, that thing pumped like crazy and has done nothing since. Campsa says, my wife watches all the games, gives me time to crypto in game. Hey, there you go. Campsa's got it figured out. Quant Q4, okay. But anything about maybe the new contract came out a long time ago? I haven't kept up with PAL AI in a long time. All right, let's see if their website has a little bit more to offer. Glad to see they've still been doing stuff, right? I don't see anything about a switch of contracts, so maybe they just did it to where you don't have to actually port over. Very interesting. PAL is a powerful ecosystem revolutionizing digital experiences, combining advanced bots, intelligent agents, immersive visual content, and innovative utilities to enhance users' knowledge, foster creativity, and empower community across diverse industries. I'll be looking to see if this thing continues to be relevant over the next couple of weeks, or if this is a fly-by-night kind of one-day little pump. Because if you look at it in the scheme of things, I mean, whew, look at that tiny little. You went from 1 cent to 3 cents. Okay. Let's go back if it'll let us. All right. And we covered the top losers of the day. Glad to see AMP back on the radar. I'm just kind of going over these real quick because we could spend forever on a lot of these things. We've talked about a ton of these. All right. Let's go to the IQ erasing event of the day. Bada Bing back in the house. Welcome in. We were just about to talk about some RWAs and the problem that RWAs are designed to fix, right? Because every great narrative has to have a large problem to fix, and then all of the projects or companies within that narrative have to have a good solution. So the problems RWAs are responding to: traditional finance runs on slow settlements, fragmented ledgers, and limited transparency, restricted access, like that validator node thing I was trying to go do. Anyways, crypto introduces new rails, but most real-world value remained off-chain. RWAs exist to bridge that gap. What real world assets actually mean. They refer to government bonds, treasuries, credit instruments, commodities, funds, could be houses, could be cars, expensive watches. It could be pretty much anything that is an actual real physical thing. When tokenized, these assets settle faster, become programmable, gain transparency, and reduce intermediaries. Why this narrative failed before. So tokenization has been discussed for years. And earlier attempts failed because custody wasn't mature, regulation was unclear, on-chain liquidity was thin. Oh man, I almost just knocked over my whole tea. That would have been great. Institutions weren't ready. And this is a big one. The idea wasn't wrong. The timing was wrong. I think we bottomed out for now. Let's go long. I think you might be right, Blue Sky. Usually that bounce off of the hour 200 is a local, bottom for a while. Please don't knock over my own tea. All right. So what has changed this time since the last time they thought that they might be able to tokenize assets? Well, several shifts have occurred. Clear regulatory framework, improved custody solutions, and stablecoin reach scale. Blockchains became reliable settlement layers, and the environment finally matched the narrative. I think that's very important. Takeaway here. Why institutions care about RWAs. Institutions don't care about memes. They care about settlement efficiency, compliance, liquidity, and risk reduction. RWAs offer operational advantages, not ideologically. I always want to say idolatry. It's ideology. Anyways, RWAs and infrastructures, not yield. The core value of RWAs is not yield, right? It is faster settlement, programmable compliance, global scalability, and reduce reconciliation. Yield is a side effect, not the thesis. So RWAs are not all about getting yield out of real world assets, right? So stablecoins as the gateway. Stablecoins normalize on-chain dollars, crypto-native settlements, digital cash. RWAs are a natural extension of that logic. Why RWAs fit every major narrative? RWAs connect to payments, DeFi, institutions, regulation, and global finance. That makes them unusually durable as a narrative. Man, this sore throat is kicking my ass while I try to read this. Who actually benefits? RWAs benefit issuers through efficiency, investors through access, platforms through volume, regulators through transparency. They align incentives across systems. Why RWAs won't replace traditional finance? RWAs don't eliminate TradFi. They modernize its infrastructure, reduce friction, coexist with existing systems. This is an integration, not a disruption. That is a big point to make. RWAs are not going to, they're not going to take over the stock market in a manner where they take control as much as they will just modernize the infrastructure of TradFi. But it'll probably work very much the same. Why RWAs will evolve slowly. So RWAs move slowly because capital is conservative, regulations matter, and trust takes time. That's a big one that has been a problem with crypto. That slowness is a feature, not a flaw, right? Because they're slow and steady. The core insight, RWAs persist because the problem they solve is structural. Institutions are incentivized. Infrastructure now exists. This narrative isn't about speculation, it's about plumbing, right? Or infrastructure. How RWA fits the bigger crypto story. RWAs reinforce the idea that crypto is infrastructure first, speculation second, and they help explain why crypto keeps intersecting with the legacy system, right? Why does it keep coming back around into the legacy system stuff? Now let's go over to ChatGPT. Let's take a look at our crypto news of the day. Please give me all relevant crypto news stories for today. Blues guy says he knows blues. I believe that. The spirits try and knock your stainless cup, not your tea. Yeah, right. Hey, I know it's bad. I gotta find my copper cups. All right. So Bitcoin and border crypto markets have bottomed, says some analysis. The Berenstein Bears over here. Crypto markets today. Asia session selling off drags Bitcoin lower. Ripple news. XRP linked firm rules out in IPO. That's kind of big news, I guess, if you can trust CoinDesk. MicroStrategy surges after MSCI stalls delisting. They were going to delist MicroStrategy. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Chinese tycoon tied to 11 billion Bitcoin scam. Okay. Bitcoin drops. Why the crypto rally is taking a pause today. Yeah, we would all love to know why that is. Crypto markets edge lower as investors weigh macro data. And Bitcoin slide deepens. I knew a lot of these were going to be about why, Bitcoin's down. Kind of skipping all the stuff that's just like why Bitcoin is low. There was one that seemed like a good read. Not the IPO. All right, let's see why they say the Bitcoin rally is taking a little bit of a pause. I might get to the article. Oh, I can't see the article without paying. And your opinion doesn't get read. How's that? All right, let's go over here. Let's take a look. Uh-oh, didn't look good. Like you were falling out of that rising wedge. It says sore throat again, man. You're not taking what you should be taking. Not health advice. I can hear you still have mucus in you. Lots of food creates mucus. Underground mindfulness. So, yeah, you're saying just eating a lot of food. Yeah, I don't usually eat a lot of food at a time, but I don't know. I usually am watching how many calories and stuff, so that keeps me from eating too much. Looks like you kind of fell out of that rising wedge. I also have a couple little ones, and I don't know. I know there's usually more sickness around when you got kids, that's for sure. Not that any of my kids go to, public school. Yep, it appears we bottom. Let's go. Yeah, it looks pretty good. If you can hold this 200, you might be getting kind of a double bottom here. Could get a double bottom. Get the drawing tool out. I don't like their trading view here. Could have a double bottom there. You could maybe say shoulder, head, shoulder. That could maybe get you somewhere. But I would definitely be putting my stop loss under that 200, which would be, let's see, where are we at? That would be above. It'd be nice to be under this here. Yeah, it looks like 90,360 would probably be a good place. Let's go ahead and take that trade there. I'm basically, what am I trading? Well, I'm obviously not taking this falling wedge if I'm going long. And mind you, I kind of want this port to be smaller if it's going to be a demo trade, right? So let's go with a stop loss of 90,350. And we are just basically trying to catch the bottom on this one here. Dang, okay, it was on market and not limit. Okay, that's nice. Let's see what happens. I wouldn't be even really mad if this demo account got reset because I kind of need it to be reset. And where do we go from here? We've talked about a lot of different things. Where do we go from here? Anybody have anything they want to look at while I play this very simple game over on Chainers? I don't think I saw Chainers as one of the trending coins today, which was pretty interesting. It's been a trending coin for quite some days now. Oh wow, I got hit. That's not cool. I really want that free NFT here. Help me make some money. Where are they at? Man, I just walked right into that. I don't know why I did that. All right, I'm kind of getting the hang of this. What does anybody want to talk about? What are some coins you want to go over? Let me know. We really ran through our normal stuff pretty quickly. Feel like that doesn't really happen very often, so maybe we need to find some more things to incorporate in the stream. Oof, barely slid right through there, huh? Getting to that part in the game. Man, I really need some kind of bonus there. Well, thank goodness they kind of get stuck on each other. Otherwise, I have no idea how you would ever get past any of this. Come on, give me that NFT. Once I hit 1,000, I wonder if it gives me like a better... Wow, there we go. Wonder if it gives me a better NFT the more points I get, maybe after. Ooh, that's a big one right there. Take some big shots. Okay, so they really don't let you hold any of these items. I know a lot of you guys probably don't care about this. Most of you guys are probably like, what the heck are you doing? I am playing... I don't even remember. What is the name of this game? Oof, I need that. Bang. Is there some health in here? There's got to be some health around here. Oh, there was one over there. I just didn't get to it in time. Now I don't really care so much if I lose. As long as I get to 1,000, I will actually get the free NFT. Oh, there it is. Yep, it appears we bought them. Let's go. Ave. Beast Limitless said it's one of his favorite coins. Ave, okay. What's the AME of this game? You want my son to stream? Can't remember. The name of it is Off the Grid. This is the kind of games your son would play underground. Yeah, probably. I just want the free NFT. The mindless clicking is kind of a good zone out sometimes, but you only get to play it once a day, so it's not like something you would sit around and play over and over. This is really just like farming, like in any kind of protocol. It's been gamified a little bit, right? It's really all they've done is gamified. Wow, let's mute this. Thank you. It's not like a fun game that you play to have fun. And I'm just messing around with it because it's new and it's DeFi. I hope that they integrate some other things, obviously. Let's put it in some BNB. If I could get like even a couple of dollars of BNB out of this thing, I'd be happy. Yeah, you got it, Bankroll. Off the Grid. Well, one thing we could go do is we could go to let's go to coin market cap. Wow, there's that Neptune Cash. It hasn't done anything great. When did it come out? Ooh, this is on a monthly chart. Let's go to the weekly. So like the 13th of October. Anyways, that's not what we came to look at. I just looked at that one time here, and now every time I type it in, it automatically takes me there. Dino Soul. Okay. I noticed that this esports, Yoloto, it is always trending over here, and I don't know what is up with that. Falcon Finance. I really don't love Coin Market Cap's list of what's trending here. Yeah, this is under trending. You could go. I do like that you could switch, to different chains. Let's see, base. And I like that they have some kind of security scan. I don't know how good that is, right? ZK Pass, completely unknown. Binance Smart Chain. They vouch for Dino Soul, though. The heck is Dino Soul? Sounds like a kid's game. What is the market cap of this thing? 2.6 million. That's volume. Sorry. Market cap 1.3 million. Definitely seems like a meme coin. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on a meme coin. Just seeing if there's any gems over here that are worth looking at. Doesn't look like it. Zama, the Prime Validator. It's just called Zama where we look at it. That's kind of interesting. Agent Lisa. Probably an AI agent. Zen Chain Coin Sidechain Power. They have some really interesting names on here where like it's just called Zen Chain over on Crypto Rank. Oh no, here's Zen Chains. This is a sidechain protocol. I stand corrected. Cent AI coins. Not seeing like a ton of things that look like real serious projects to me, other than ones you obviously know, like Pippin and Chainlink, right? We've been over those at Piverse. Been over that stuff enough times. This is why I usually don't come over here, to be like 100% honest. Power Protocol, yeah, we've been over all that stuff. So was part I wanted you to hold on, wait. Can we read Zebekin tokenomics? was a part I wanted your input on. If we can just go over that part. Sure. Thank you for being really specific about it too. Let's go to ZCBN. Oh, I did it back. I'm like, why is that not coming up? BCN. I know it's not going to come up as like a tiny coin on like, you know, CoinGecko terminal. That would be weird. So they moved from an old contract to a new one. I have no idea when they did that. Bankroll, do you have any information about when Zebekin did this migration from an old contract to a new one? Was that a long time ago? Ave, por favor. Yeah, I got you, Cam. So we'll do Ave next. So let's take a look at these tokenomics here. I don't see an outstanding supply, so looks like we're pretty up to date. I mean, the first thing that I look at is max supply, 100 billion, and you have 96.9 billion in circulating supply. So that tells me that there's really not a lot of coins to come out here. So yeah, there's very few coins. Now, when you say, oh, there's like 3 billion coins to come out, sounds like a lot of coins, right? 3 billion of anything is a lot. But in ratio to how many are max and how many out, it probably wouldn't move the price much at all. And who knows where those are, right? They could be in the treasury or something of Zebekin, and that might never really move. 277.6 million in market cap. Market cap is big and established enough that I don't think it's rugging or going anywhere, right? I believe it to be a legitimate project, but it's got some room left to go, right? This thing could go up to $1 billion. You'd have about a little shy of a 3x, say a 2.5x, to get you to $1 billion. Now, Bankroll, you know this Zebekin coin probably better than anybody here. Can you tell me what you would compare Zebekin to? What is another coin in crypto that you would say is the closest comparison to Zebekin? Like what they do, what they offer, the strength. Well, not so much the strength of their community and stuff, just the actual problem that they solve. Campster says grass. Yes. Yep. New tokenomics link in the Discord. Okay, cool. Thank you for saying that, because I'm going off of what they have on CoinGecko. Oh, you must put it in your tab. That makes sense. How do they have new tokenomics though, right? And I get there's more things to tokenomics. There's how many are being allocated to teams, how much does a treasury hold, how much is going to marketing, stuff like that. Yeah, I would love just like a straight up chart. All right. So community treasury, staking, buybacks, reward and incentive, and service fees. But that's not really giving me numbers to work with here. And I'll go ahead and read quite a bit of this, honestly. Get real zoomed in, make it nice for you guys reading along. So Zebekin is one of the coins that have actually been wanting to raise my own crypto IQ about quite a bit. Don't worry, Camsta, we're not going to forget about you. So that's what I want to go over. The drop in the last coins in March, fully distributed by March 2026. The final scheduled tokens unlock. Okay. 4 years after the original token introduction, this milestone marks the conclusion of early stage token allocation and reflects. Okay, this is the main part I want to go over. Read this. This tokenomics just dropped today. Spaces is tomorrow. Okay, so you're going to like that I'm going to take the time to read through quite a bit of this. And I kind of wanted to, you know, learn a little bit more about Zebekin myself. So ZBCN is the governance token and utility token of Zebekin. Zebek. Why do I keep calling it Zebekin? It's Zebek. network, supporting decision-making, product usage, and ecosystem incentives. Token utility is driven by governance rights, payroll and products, fees, staking, incentive, and real-world spending, rather than base layer transaction gas, reflecting Zebek's evolution into a multi-chain and multi-product financial network. Okay. Token supply dynamics are mature and increasingly deflationary, with early investors having realized returns and final unlocks scheduled. So realizing returns is kind of fancy language for early investors have taken their I want to say profits. Yeah. And final unlock scheduled for March 2026, just like Bankroll had said. This design aligns long-term token value with network usage, governance participation, and sustainable business growth. TLDR. So core utilities include payroll product fees, staking, real-world card spend, incentive, and ecosystem participation. Supply contracts outpace supply expansion, resulting in negative net inflation. So negative inflation, that's what you want to hear. Powers on-chain voting and ecosystem decisions, unlock staking rewards and collateral into DeFi integration. Reoccurrent token buybacks are linked directly to product revenues. Funds grants for ecosystem contributors. Zebekan utility. Zebekan is a utility token whose demand is driven by real product usage and volume, spanning payroll fees, super app functionality, staking incentives, and real-world spending, rather than transaction execution at the base protocol layer. At its core, ZBCN is the network evolution of the original Zebek protocol token, known as ZBC. The transition, this must have been when they had their contract, they changed contract. The transition to ZBCN, ticker in mid-2024, reflects Zebek's expansion from payment-focused protocol to Solana into a multi-chain and multi-product financial network. ZBCN remains the exclusive native token for the Zebek network, preserving the original supply and tokenomic framework established under ZBC's, while significantly expanding utility across payroll, cards, governance, and ecosystem incentives. And we talked about, here's their token utility flywheel. You have community, treasury, staking, service fee, buybacks, and reward and incentive. So, payroll and product fees. The primary utility of Zebekan, why do I want to say Zebekan? Zebek Network, okay, solved it, is to settle fees required for employers to use Zebek's payroll and distribute product. All right, what is he saying? Yeah, that's the part I want to go over. You're going to love them. Yeah, they remind me of XRP, but better. That answers your question right there. There you go. Isn't that cool? Went from Sol to multi-chain. Yes, sir. Anybody else holding any of this ZBCN out there besides Bankroll? All right. Institutional clients and employers using Zebek's payroll platform are required to pay service and product fees in ZBCN. Employers may hold ZBCN directly to cover these fees or use stablecoin balances, which are automatically converted into the coin at the time the fees are assessed. This mechanism creates ongoing usage-driven demand. ZBCN directly ties to payroll volume and enterprise adoption. I do like that they have a business model built into it that people would use week after week, month after month. Super App fees and incentives. With the rollout of Zebek Super App, ZBCN will remain a core access and incentive asset across payroll, treasury, card, and reward functionality. Holding and using ZBCN within the Super App unlocks enhanced features, preferential pricing, and reduced or eliminated fees across select products. You ever look at a word and then it just looks like a crazy word you've never read before? just randomly. These incentives apply across multiple participation paths, including holding, usage, and staking, creating flexibility for both employees and employers to benefit from ZBCN without requiring a single mode of engagement. In addition, starting mid-2026, ZBCN balances and partition levels within the Super app will unlock tiered rewards on Zebek card spend, with higher tiers receiving enhanced benefits. This structure encourages long-term alignment with the ecosystem while directly linking ZBCN participation to everyday usage. I think this is a pretty cool idea. So Zebek card, or Zebek card. I don't know why I want to call it Zebek so bad. It's a bad habit. So ZBCN can be used to fund all Zebek cards, enabling real-world spending in fiat at merchants globally alongside more than 150 supported tokens. Holders may spend their tokens for everyday purchases, bridging on-chain value with traditional payment networks. ZBCN balances staked within the Super app will unlock reward tiers for the card mid-2026. Here's staking. Holders may stake tokens to earn yield, that's common, and deepen their participation in the network. That's the video, that basically the same idea, but for Flare, that's coming out tomorrow. In addition to yield and governance rights, staking contributes to higher incentive tiers within the Zebek Super app, further reducing fees and unlocking additional features and rewards. Staking is one of the several mechanisms through which users can access enhanced Super app functionality, complementing holding and active product usage, right? So staking will transition to module within Zebek Super app from January 2026 onward, with updated staking terms to be released alongside transition. DeFi collateral, ZBCN may be used as collateral in supported DeFi integrations, enabling payroll-based borrowing and lending as integration expands. Network rewards and ecosystem incentives. ZBCN is used to reward participation across the Zebek network, including pilot initiatives such as ZPIN, ecosystem grants for developers and integrations, and community-driven contributions that expand network functionality. ZBCN holders may unlock reduced or zero fees on select Zebek products and product features, priority access to premium Zebek cards and programs, eligibility for partner airdrops and ecosystem incentives, that's pretty cool, innovations in exclusive Zebek hosted events and ecosystem initiatives, allocation unlocks and token maturity. Zebek's early institutional and venture backers have realized significant returns on their initial investments and continue to support and contribute to the long-term growth of Zebek ecosystem. Again, yeah, let's all agree to call Zebek in. Hey, I'm all for that. It's because it has the N for network at the end, and it's Zebek, and then I keep saying Zebek in, and then it just turned into Zebekin somewhere along the ways. Please forgive me. All right, 9% in the seed round, 11% private round, 20% contributors, 6% public sale, 4% marketing, and 50% community and rewards. Out of the total supply, it says 100 billion tokens. So fully distributed by March 2026. This is some of the saucy stuff here. The final scheduled token unlock is set for March 2026, 4 years after the original token introduction. This milestone marks the conclusion of early stage token allocation and reflects ZBCN's transition into a more mature utility-driven phase of the network. Here is the unlock schedule, with the 16th of March being the last on the list. Token buybacks and burns. This is always very interesting. The token buyback program, initiated in late 2023 with the launch of Zebek card program, is likened to product revenues across payroll, cards, partnership contracts. Buybacks are executed on a regular cadence and aligned with a broader financial and operating cycle. Since the inception of the programs, ZBCN buyback volume has grown at an annual rate of over 70%, with continued growth expected as the ZBEC card program scales domestically across new global markets in 2026. This structure ensures that supply management remains transparent, governance-led, and aligned with the long-term health and success of the network. In summary, with the final tokens unlock completed, ZBCN will operate within a fully deflationary framework, with token buybacks driving supply contraction and no new supply entering the market. As ZBEC's payroll platform and super app continues to scale, ZBCN is expected to be acquired by a growing number of employers and institutions to support participation in real-time payroll and payment. Bullish. I'm actually getting really bullish on this because I see it. And March, I guess, is not that far away to be fully vested. And even those little bit that's coming out, not really a big deal at this point. Governance. ZBCN is the governance token of ZBEC network. I guess you would have guessed that, huh? Enabling holders to influence strategic, economic, and operational decisions through a hybrid governance model that combines on-chain voting with structured off-chain consultation. That's pretty standard governance stuff. So here is how they are kind of a hybrid model. The ZBEC DAO operates under a hybrid governance framework that blends on-chain transparency with off-chain consultation and deliberation. This model allows ZBCN holders to vote directly on proposals while benefiting from prior consultation, analysis, and discussions across community, investors, and partner groups. This approach reflects governance best practices adopted by mature crypto networks operating alongside regulated finance services, where proposals often span technical and commercial and compliance consideration. Let me hit this drink over here. Anybody enjoying this? I see we haven't dropped off in viewership. All right. Governance process. Proposals may originate from community members, ecosystem contributors, partners, or investors. Early stage discussions take place across the ZBEC's official forums and communication channels. Off-chain briefings, consultations, and working sessions are summarized and published to ensure transparency and informed participation. Proposals that demonstrate sufficient engagement and alignment proceed to an on-chain vote. Voting outcomes are recorded on-chain and communicated publicly, with approved proposals entering execution. And here you go. It's proposed. They talk about it, elevate to a vote. The DAO actually votes, and then there's an announcement about what happened. ZIPs, ZBEC Improvement Proposals. That's what they call them, right? ZBEC improvement proposals are typically subject to a 24-hour, 7-day voting period. Addresses with voting power may vote for or against proposals, with passage determined by a simple majority. This structure ensures that governance remains transparent, inclusive, and deliberative while remaining responsive to network needs. And that's the end of the article there. And I read the whole thing because I'm going to screen record it and put it has its own video, and I'll probably do that later tonight. So that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. It gave me a lot of information on ZBEC, and they do have a Spaces tomorrow, so they will probably be talking about a lot of that stuff. So what was the project you wanted again? Was it Aave? I'm trying to scroll back and find it. Oh man. Yep. You've been gaining viewers. Yeah, I see that. Just reading ZBEC got everybody hyped. You will get a whole Flare episode soon. Let ZBEC shine like a diamond for a second. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be putting out a video that Blues Guy we tried to do it together, but we had audio issues, so he kind of recorded his own version, and then he did other ones. So we got a whole Flare ecosystem series coming out. The first one is going to come out tomorrow, all about the Flare dashboard and how that works and the basics. Yep, Aave, he says. All right, I am on it. Aave. I totally spelled it wrong. It's 2 A's, not 2 V's. All right, at $167. Anything specific that you wanted to know, Camsta? The reason why those people trickled in is because you guys were keeping that chat running. So thank you for that. Anybody who just came in here, smash the like button, subscribe. This is Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. We've been going for about an hour and a half. So it is a latter part of the show, but we're still going strong. 2.5 billion in Aave. 16 million max supply tokens. Okay, that's pretty good. Circulating supply 15 million and 15,182,000, while the outstanding supply is 15,250,000. I would kind of lean more towards the outstanding supply number, but they're not a very big discrepancy. Aave coming out in October 2nd, 2020. What did it come out at? About $57. Had a really nice pump. What's the all-time high is $661 for Aave. The basics, what's its use case, what type of coin it is, why does Beast love it? Beast trades charts, not projects, in my opinion. There you go. Even on Flare ISD, be sleeping. I read to fall asleep. Okay. Yeah, bro, you're right, he says. Join the fun Underground brings. Appreciate you saying that. And let's go look at what kind of tags they give it, because they got a lot of tags. Yield farming, lending and borrowing, stablecoin issuer, governance, Coinbase 50 index. Aave is a big boy, right? It's number 52 by market cap, so it's in that top 100 for sure. 2.5 billion. And what do? We drop down into like the 7-day. And let's take a look at that. It looks like pretty much everything over the last 7 days. It doesn't look like it's pulled back too hard. Let's bounce back over to Bitcoin and see what happens. It looks like we're still... Oh, wait. It's got to update. Before I say we're holding above that 200, let's look at it. And it is holding above that 200 on the 1 hour. Let's go look at social medias and stuff. I hope they have at least 1 million followers on Twitter, right? For Aave, right? At least 1 million, right? Over 500,000, 684.1 thousand followers. And I mean, think about that, right? And I just want to redirect us here to this Blum. This is just a bit of a comparison. This might seem a little left field, but follow me. Stick with me. Let me cook for a second here, if I should say. So you're telling me that Blum, who I'm going to go out on a limb and say a lot of people have never heard of, has 4.9 million followers, and it could be legitimate. But Aave, a project pretty much anybody in crypto has heard of, only has 684.1 thousand followers. I don't know, something fishy about this 4.1 million followers, unless a big influencer somehow pumped it. I mean, it's trading. We have tons of trading. The only thing I can think of is because it's in the Telegram ecosystem, and there's a lot of people worldwide who use Telegram, and maybe that's how they got introduced to this product. Maybe that's how they got 4.9 million legitimate followers over on Twitter. Anyways, back to Aave. Introducing Aave app, a smarter way to save. Earn up to 9% industry leading. But what do you got to stake to get 9%? With boosts, it says. So you got to stake Aave and then get boosts. Watch it grow every second. Boy, if you don't check your portfolio enough, you could download the Aave app and you could watch your earnings tick in real time, micro penny by micro penny. Is that a real term? I don't think micro pennies is a real term. They got 3.1 million impressions, though. Some of those people probably should have hit the follow button. People who don't hit the like and follow button. Am I right? Am I right? All right. So, like, he follows volume and trends and channels. What do we got going on here? Why do I feel like you're cheating on me right now with this new guy? Cam says hilarious. Then he says something in French and he loses me. Oh, it's RWA. All right, let's go to their website. Aave Super app seems pretty interesting, I guess. All right. So this does look like, yeah, you're in a Web3 version because you can connect your wallet. I like that. Core instances. Main Ethereum market with the largest selection of assets and yield opportunities. With Ghost, get a 5.5 yield. Yes, let's toggle Synthetics network. It's isolated and disabled, so that's fun. It would be 13.2%, but it says it's disabled, and so is this Frax. Shouldn't they just get rid of them? Like, if it's disabled, can you just like get rid of it? This asset is eligible for 5x Athena rewards. That Ghost token, GHO. Actually, it's not Ghost, just GHO token. I thought there would be some higher. You know, they set up to 9x. This Curve DAO is only at 6.4, which is not horrible. It's more than whatever this core asset is here. So GHO is a core asset. And I guess if you get like boosts on it, that's how you get more. How do you get the boost though? Anyways, you can see what this thing is. Financial. It's got a lot to do with yields. What are yields all about? They're about providing liquidity, and then people go make lots of money off of your liquidity, and then they give you back a small percent for providing. I think it's actually a pretty good handshake arrangement because you're providing liquidity, and you're not really doing anything. You're not the smart guy who's taking that liquidity and making tons of money. However, they do that, and so basically you're just getting a small cut. Sounds like Cam's thing. I heard a thing. Okay. He says, thanks, Underground. I made one of my first big shorts on Aave, I believe. Nice. Go on X and type in Aave. See what the people are saying. He wants to short or long it. Long it, but not right now. Only if it breaks out. All right. I'll do a bankroll said. Go to X. And let's type in Aave in the corner here. Aave. And what? Just hit enter, I assume. Probably should have capitalized it, but I don't think it matters. And then we'll see what people are saying. So 10 hours ago, RWA market crosses 600 million in net deposits. That was Cointelegraph. Horizon RWA market crossed. Yep, that's the same thing. Active bottoms on Aave climbing up again. Looks like a double bottom there for Aave. Aave is facing 500 million identity crisis. Just went public saying Aave feels stagnant. I mean, a lot of crypto projects feel stagnant at a lot of times, especially when they're huge, right? Because you don't see big pumps. When you're at 2.5 billion in market cap, what does it take to get, you know, a 15-20% pump overall? Takes a lot of money. Takes quite a bit of money to do that, right? From a certain resistance, just made another $1.50 shorting deep. I did it all a little too close to the new bottom, so I didn't want to get greedy and mess it up. OMG, it's just bleeding out. Closed too fast. That happens, but don't be greedy. Be glad of what you got, and don't, you know, not financial advice, but I wouldn't advise jumping back in. I wouldn't personally jump right back in. Looking like the stick is going down. Okay. This is what they're saying about Aave. You know, people are doing TA, buy and wait. I'm in. See, you got some projections here off this double bottom. Maybe it turns into an inverted head and shoulder, right? And you get like another shoulder. All right, well, that wraps up our conclusion for Aave. What I kind of wanted to do from here that I thought would be fun were two different things. We haven't done our founding founders in a while, and I thought ZBCN would be a good one to do that on. So let's talk about it. Let's find our search. ZB. I'll never forget that ticker because I just read it like, I don't know. How many times do you think I read ZBCN or Zebek Network in that article? I'm going to go with 30. I'm going to go with 30 times. All right, let's pull it up. See who the team is. We're really doing the founding founders segment here. Win's a win, no more chasing. Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about founders of ZBCN. Sam Thapalia, I'm going to go with. Saja Thapalia. Okay, so that's like his brother or something? Well, why one got a very white name and the other one have like an Indian name? Simon Babakahini. I know I nailed that. You guys know that I nailed that. The fun part about the founding founders part is me trying to say random names when I'm terrible at that kind of thing. And remember that Zebek Network is still under a penny. It's not relevant at all, to be completely honest with you, because it's all about tokenomics, not the price of it. But there you go. So let's start with this guy. We are going to deep dive this guy. What do they give you when you click on them? They give you like nothing, right? And we are going to use ChatGPT for this deep dive research. You should watch Rand's video about it. Camsta, I love you. I will never watch a Rand video if it was to save my life. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, here we go. Founder of ZBCN. Here, I don't know why I'm typing this, right? A summary of all the projects he's worked on in crypto in the past, failures and losses, his schooling background, as much information as you can give me about him. You can see the devs are like really an all-star team. Well, he's interviewing the devs. Don't watch it for Rand. All right, that's fair. I'll give you that one. I'm not very close-minded most of the time, so I would watch it if it was really relevant. Maybe somebody on YouTube could clip Rand out of all of his own video. Oh, I just had a perfect channel idea. Take his videos, clip him out of his own videos, and just the response. That would be great. And then I'll just watch them and ask the questions that he asks. And then it'll be like they're responding to me. This is great. This is a beautiful idea. I'd probably get in trouble for YouTube very quick. I'll just never try to monetize it. Snipers like Rand. Yeah, I bet they do. Rand pays him. So basically you and Rand are Eskimo brothers. I guess. No, definitely not. Sniper was about to leave them and do his own thing and got paid more money to stay. All right, there you go. All right, so here we are, the founding founders event right here. And I feel like since it's his brother, we shouldn't do the two separate. Let's add this guy, right? Let's add this guy. And I'm assuming it's his brother. If he found somebody in the world that has all the same stuff as him, it'd be kind of wild, don't you think? It's still writing, actually. Give me the same information for this guy, who is a co-founder of the Zebek protocol, and then add the two informations together into one summary. Probably not the technical term. Add the two informations together. Boy, you know I went and got my master's degree in college. You know it. It's a joke. Only college I ever went to were college parties, guys. And that was like a century ago. No, I'm just kidding. Feels like it, though. All right. Did we add this guy into it? Hopefully they added it together. Okay, so they did combine it. It says they combined it, but, you know, it doesn't look like they combined it. Could do like a whole video on this, right? This is the beauty of using ChatGPT. Is it me, or does it look like they just gave me all of the information for just the two of them? Dang. Now what do I do? Do I read this, or do I go tell it to put them together? Let's do this. All right, please combine both summaries into one summary. We still got music? All right, we still got music. How many picks these coin videos did he do when the bull run never came? Every video titled Last Chance. Yeah. And that is why I think Rand's a clown, but that's my own personal opinion. Alt season, I should say no bull run. He's doing the YouTube crypto thing for sure. Anybody who's just hopping in, we've been doing a lot of talking about Zebek Network, ZBCN, and their new tokenomics. We went over all of that, and now we are looking at the founders in this section of our show. So here we've combined these together. They have the same last name. I'm going to assume they're related. So one of them, Sam, is the founder, public face of Zebek. The other one, Sajan, maybe? I don't know. Co-founder, business operator. Zebek Protocol overview, right? So Zebek Protocol, later rebranded as Zebek Network, is a blockchain-based financial infrastructure project focused on real-time streaming payments, wages, subscription, treasury flow, payroll tooling, multi-chain expansion beyond its Solana origins, what in the world word is that? Ancillary. Wow, that's a lot of fun. Products such as debit card integrations and EVM compatible chains. You guys watch me read live on the internet for like hours a day. It's very I would say it's not very often I get stumped on a word completely. I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to say that. Zebek raised capital through venture funding and token sales, attracting well-known crypto funds and strategic partners. The project positioned itself as an alternative to batch-based financial settlements by enabling money to move continuously, similar to data streaming. All right, now we're getting into Sam, right? He's the head guy. His brother, I guess, kind of hangs back. He is born in Nepal, so that's where his brother's name seems very foreign. Sam seems almost very American. Dude, I think this is the most I laughed on stream. Hey, I hope you got a good laugh out of that last me trying to say that word. If not, what's going on in the chat? What did he say? Altcoin season should say not bull run. There we go. With that music he puts, womp womp. I don't think I've ever been to a college party. Bedtime for me. Good night. All right, Camsta. Have a great night. Put them boys to bed. I need a laugh with these boring dips. Yeah, we're here to keep you entertained. So born in this place in Nepal that I'm not going to try to even say that. Moved to the United States in 2017. Studied in a college in California. Looks like Menlo. Field commonly described as computer science, information systems. Exact degree naming varies by source. Technical entrepreneur work. Founder of Zebek Protocol Network, co-founder of chief architect of ASMI, Augmented and Segmented Media, that's a weird name for media, and AI video analytics startup. So this is another product that I guess he was a part of. I don't know if this is integrated into Zebek or not. Multiple bios and patents index attribute U.S. patents to AI, video, or blockchain-related systems to him. Okay, he was doing his thing. Often described as a technical founder with an emphasis on product architecture and protocol design. Public presence regularly appears in AMAs, crypto media interviews, and partner blogs and ecosystem spotlights. Serves as the primary spokesperson for Zebek's vision and roadmap. Failures and losses and controversies. No well-documented failed crypto projects attributed directly to Sam in mainstream or investigative reporting. I would say that's a big positive right there. Online allegations and criticism exists. Of course, you're that big, there's going to be some criticism somewhere. Forums and social media posts, but they are largely unverified, not corroborated. Dang, I know how to say that word and I can't say it. This sore throat has got me all messed up. Not corroborated by reputable journalism or legal findings. No confirmed record of personal financial loss, rug pulls, or persecuted misconduct. So they really don't have anything on the guy, right? Nothing they can prove. Now, who I'm assuming is his brother, but is definitely the listed publicly as co-founder of Zebek Protocol. Generally associated with business strategy, operation, and organizational leadership, right? So he's the organizer. Professional background, identified in secondary source of CEO of Selkuth Technology, described as a South Asian-based software development company. Limited independent documentation on Selkuth scales, clients, or exits. So there's not a lot of information there. Education, no widely verified education records in major crypto or business publications. LinkedIn profile suggests possibly educated in Nepal, but identity match is not conclusively verified, should be treated as low confidence information. Crypto activity outside Zebek, no clear documented independent crypto startups, protocol launches, or token projects. So the main guy, founder, he's got a lot of accolades, and I wonder if this last name that they have is like one of those really common last names, maybe in Nepal, in India, or yeah, there's my geography. So is he fit for the job? I mean, I assume he was picked for a reason. Was it because he's family? I don't know. No public record of major project failures, exploit financials. So they really don't have anything too negative on him. So let's combine the assessment. Signal versus noise. What is solid? Both Sam and Sajan are legitimately listed founders of Zebek. Zebek raised significant capital, built real products, and maintained multi-year operation. To me, that makes them pretty legitimate. Sam has visible technical backgrounds, patents linked to innovation claims, and consistent public track record since Zebek's launch, and he does a lot of interviews and stuff like that. What is unclear or unverified? The exact depth of Sajan, technical involvement, detailed operation metrics of Selkuth Technology, any concrete or provable failures or losses tied personally to either founder. Risk note: much of the negative discord surrounding Zebek and its founders originate from social media comment sections and competing interest posts. So there you go, people with competing interests basically crap posting on them. These should be treated as leads for further investigation, not facts, unless supported by legal filings, regulatory action, or reputable investigative journalism. A one-paragraph summary. Sam and Sajan Thapalaya, I don't know, are the founders and co-founders of Zebek Protocol, a blockchain payment infrastructure project focused on real-time financial streaming. Sam, educated in the U.S., originated from Nepal, is the primary technical architect and public representative of Zebek, with prior involvement in AI video analytics and patent-linked innovations. Sajan serves as a co-founder with a business and operation focus and is associated with Selkuth Technology, though independent documents on his Border track record is limited. While online allegations and criticisms exist, there are no substantial records of major failed crypto projects, legal action, or verified financial misconduct conduct tied directly to either founder. So there you go. That was the founders segment of this stream, and it was all about Zebek Network. I hope you enjoyed. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, join our free Discord. It's in the description and linked in the chat. And come hang out and talk with us anytime you'd like, while we're streaming, while we're not streaming. All right, that's good. I can clip that out. So how long have we been streaming here? 2 hours on the dot. Wasn't sure I was going to make it this long with this sore throat, but we did it. What else do I want to talk about? Chainers. No, I'm just kidding. I do want to come to collect the monies. Now I have chickens. See how long it takes me to run out of chicken feed. Oh, right now. You have a basic one, so hopefully that one stays. I hope that at least stays. That would be because somehow I muted myself. I don't know when I did that. I don't know how long you haven't been able to hear me for, but I sure made you run up that chat. Thank you. No, I didn't do it on purpose. I wish I was creative enough to do that. Well, that's better than having crazy technological issues here, huh? Right now, here's a big thing you could do for this channel. It's a call to action. There we go, he says. I thought you turned the stream off for a second. No, sir. If you could go to any other YouTube channels that you have, Copper Guy, I'm talking to you, and like this video, that would be greatly appreciated as we are shifting into the underground crypto hangout part of the show. Who wants to play some Panzer Dog? Anybody want to play some Panzer Dogs? Camps is already gone, so I guess I'm mostly just talking to Blues Guy. But Bankroll, you should join us here. Should join us on Le Panzer Dog Play. Accents. I am terrible at accents. Don't judge me. But if you love some DeFi gaming, well, then know that we also love some DeFi gaming. And we do some DeFi gaming at the end of every stream. Pretty much every stream. Gotta trim my beard. It's driving me nuts. It like brushes against the microphone because I'm too close to it. And then I'm like constantly fidgeting with it. A lot of fun. He says, I just watch people play games I don't play. Hey, fair enough. It was worth a try. It was worth a try to draw you in. And it will probably crash my whole computer. It's a web browser game, so I hope not. Is your computer that finicky? Turn that music up a little bit. All right, fair enough. If you do have any other channels, please go to those other channels and like this video. Yes, I'm cycling through a couple other channels that I have and liking my own video. I'm shameless. I want this channel to win. Can't believe it took that long for my speaker to die there. That's crazy too. Let's see. All right. Well, if Blues Guy wants to hop in, he can let me know. 2 minutes, no worries. Very, very often, it's weird, bro. I don't like to play, but I like watching people play. Night, guys. Have to be up in a few hours. Thank you, Melissa, for coming to the stream. Have a great night. We're in the underground hangout part of the show, so no worries, no worries. All right. Got him. Come on, where you at? Let me get that missile launcher. Oh, and I still hit him. That's crazy. Did he pick that up? How did I like not pick it up? It's so weird. Bang, and he's gone. I'm definitely getting top dog over here. Been crushing him. Shing. Got him. Got him again. Took him out. Dang. Oh, Waterhouse. Oh, I'm about to get hit right there. See that? And I can't hit like nobody. There we go. Get some health. Build some confidence here. Wow, the rest of the team is pretty garbage. I have got to say. Boom. You need to play Clash and join the tournaments they do, bro. Dude is building a poly market app for that coin. Kind of cool. Can you play Clash like on the computer? I guess you can, right? How is he playing it? Like I'm sure he's not streaming it off his phone, right? Does anybody know if you can play that Clash? You can't beat him, join him, I guess, right? Doesn't seem like a crypto game at all, you know? I don't really get... to me, it seems more like he's been around so long that he has like a pretty extensive community, and therefore like people care to watch him play that. But I can't say that I get the connection to crypto. Where's the connection to crypto there? Gotta be a bot. Like he just avoided that health like it was a plague. Got him. Yo, Blue's guy lagging hard. Got one. I always forget to look at the analytics at like the end. Bang, he's out. Yep, he's done. Shooting in all the wrong places here. Oh, yeah, I thought you might get disconnected, Blues guy. It was like you weren't moving, and then you'd be, like, moving so fast all over the place. It was crazy. Kind of cool. Yeah, he does tourneys and pays. I love George. He's my new AM guy. I feel you, not really DeFi gaming. Yeah, just seems very random. Again, George is one of those people, I don't really have anything to say one way or the other. I haven't watched him a lot. He says that he's your AM guy. Are you replacing the Lifer with George? Do you think that he's better than the Lifer? I certainly find that hard to believe. Is it entertainment, or does he give more value? Or are you watching one than the other? I would like to know. Let's take that survey. The thing is, like, if he didn't already have that channel with all those followers and he just played Clash online, I don't think that many people would really watch him. AM News. Okay. I did not say that, LOL. No. I was asking as a question, Bankroll. That was a question. I wasn't accusing you of nothing, brother. I guess my main question, Bankroll, is what time does he stream, right, in New York time, right? Is he before the life or after the life, or is he real early? Like, what is he doing? Yeah, and yeah, Lifer is the TA guy, that's for sure. Alexo is my market open soul guy. You got a lot of people. You might want to, Bankroll would be really cool is to post your like schedule of who you follow and when you watch them in your tab in the Discord. Barely before the lifer. Okay. I think I'm gonna get one more game in. Hop off. I say a little bit early. We're over 2 hours, just so I can get those other 2 videos that I want to clip out of the live stream from tonight ready to post tonight, and then also I want to get the other videos that we got going on ready and scheduled and stuff. I'll probably be up till 3-4 in the morning, guys, getting all of that ready. Just so you know, I'd be grinding pretty hard for the channel. Now, I did cool off for a little while through the holidays and things. I had a lot going on with my other business and still do. But it seems like we got a little bit of a streak going. Big shout out to Blues Guy for helping with some of the content. And honestly, Blues Guy kind of helped just reignite a little bit of a spark for me doing some dives on some projects. I wouldn't say I lost interest. It's more like I just hadn't done it in a little while. And so sometimes it takes something exciting to kind of, get you enthusiastic and thinking about doing it again. So I think the best way to put it. Because, that used to be my bread and butter for a long time. That's all I did on the channel was pre-recorded reviews of projects. Which is cool. From doing the live stream, I feel like I have so much more different angles and things like that to incorporate. I think that's pretty cool. And sometimes my videos performed well. My video on Cubic performed really well as a review video. Boy, this is lagging out. This thing is making me really mad. Because I'm like hitting them, it's not doing damage. I keep getting them to like 5 and 10 health, like I always complain about. And all of a sudden, like, all their shots that they've been lagging finally register that I never knew were even hitting me. Really annoying. And then again, like with the lag, I get there before him on the mega item or whatever, the good weapon, and then somehow he gets it and I don't. Doesn't make any sense at all. Too many mentors, you'll get confused. Not if they're all different things, right? Like not if they're all for like different niches, right? It's awesome to hear. Nah. Ain't a single one of them my mentors. Nice. I have lots of free time. I get to enjoy staying home all day, every day. There you go, Bankroll. And you're doing something with it, right? You could have played Call of Duty until you fell asleep every day. Or whatever, people who aren't doing anything with their time. I'm glad that you dedicate yourself to something. And like I said, I want to get some of these videos out and things like that. So you guys will have to excuse me. I would hang out a little bit longer. if you want to be in the voice chat or anything like that, hit me up. I probably could be in voice chat at some point over the next couple hours. Let me know. Stay underground, stay crypto, and thank you for everybody who watched. Thank you for the super chat, Blues Guy. Still have to do Enos and Upright. Hey, thank you, Blues Guy. Keep cranking them out, and I'll keep promoting you on the channel as well. A good symbiotic relationship. Are the 3 videos okay? Blues Guy, I haven't got to watch them. I started to watch a couple of them, so I haven't seen anything wrong with them, but I got to watch them like all the way through, you know. But the first one, if the first video that you did is any indication, I really didn't need to do like any real editing to it or anything. So let that be that. All right, I'm out of here. You can text me if you want to, Blues Guy, or call or whatever. I will see you guys later.